There's only two scenarios where watching somebody crash and burn is acceptable. The number one scenario is if it's innocent. If by the end of when they're done crashing and burning, there's no severe consequence in terms of his health, in terms of altering their life, then it's not that big of a deal. You could watch somebody crash and burn. The number two scenario is if they're your sworn enemy. If they did something to you that is truly unforgivable, then have at it. You can have the popcorn, you can have the glasses, you can have everything while watching them crash. But other than those two scenarios, I don't think it's acceptable watching somebody crash and burn. Out of every YouTuber in the history of YouTube that I have watched, I have the most turbulent love and hate relationship with Fousey. I got introduced to Fousey when I was super young. I don't even think I was in high school yet, maybe middle school. And I loved Fousey. Fousey was one of those early YouTubers like the Ryan Yuga. Like he was kind of like, I also watched Ryan Yuga, but he was in that tier where it was one of those YouTubers when you first started YouTube. It's one of those first YouTubers that you loved. I used to watch every Fouseytube video, whether it was a vlog, whether it was a prank, whether it was just a normal I watched everything. And genuinely, it's really sad to see where Fousey is today. Because all jokes aside, it kind of looks like he's possessed now. Like all jokes aside, it looks like he got cloned, he's possessed. Like there's something off. I kind of want to give you guys my timeline with my experience with Fousey, the things I've noticed, and why he's who he is today. Like I said, I got introduced to Fousey when I was relatively young. I used to binge Fousey. If you guys are real Fousey fans, he had that one friend that loved the One Direction. Like that's the early Fousey. And I did hear apparently he faked a lot of his videos and etc. But honestly, who cares? I feel like most people during that era did that. So I don't think that should take any points away from Fouseytube. So I'm watching Fousey throughout all these years. Probably like the first 2-3 years I used to watch every Fousey video. But if you guys can relate, even if you have like your favorite YouTubers and etc., especially growing up being super young, sometimes you just go through a state where you discover other YouTubers that you start binging and you completely forget about the YouTubers you used to watch, and you get back to them like maybe a year or 2 years later. And that's kind of what happened with me and Fousey. Like I love Fousey, I watched all of his videos, but then I started watching way more YouTubers, and it's not that I didn't like Fousey or anything anymore. I just kind of just naturally forgot about tapping into his channel, but I got back to it like maybe 2.5 years later. And that's where the cracks started to form. Apparently this girl's known as Salt or whatever now. She's like an Instagram model, whatever. But the first time I ever saw her, and I'm pretty sure her name used to be like Sim or maybe that is her real name. She just goes by Salt now. But yeah, that was my introduction to her. And that was my introduction to watching Fousey again. They were in a relationship, and the reason why I put relationship is that, hey man, listen, I feel like I always had a knack in just seeing through the bullshit, even when I was super young. And to me, that just looked like a fake YouTube relationship. And I get it also, like apparently during that era, a lot of people, and people still do it today, they get in fake relationships and etc. But me personally, I'm not really with all the fake shit, especially with content creators I really like. So it kind of started to make me look at Fousey a certain way. And even then, I would watch his videos, but I was not consistently watching him. So I'm watching Fousey on and off for like maybe 3 months, and then I go through another break of not watching any Fouseytube content. And I could possibly be mixing up the timelines. I don't know if this happened before or after. But the next arc of Fousey was what really told me he was on bullshit now. And if you guys weren't paying attention to YouTube drama during this era, you guys are missing out because the bullshit was really, this is really some S tier level bullshit on YouTube. And if you guys weren't aware, for a long majority of the time, YouTubers thrived on like beefing with each other. Like they thrived on having drama and posting bare videos and responding and responding and responding. And I was never really a fan of that, honestly. Like maybe if I'm actually I don't know. I just never cared for that content. And when I got introduced to Fousey again, he was in a beef with Vitaly. But it's not just that he was in a beef with Vitaly. If you guys are real Fousey day ones, you guys know about the infamous Brazil beef arc. This beef was so crazy that I'm pretty sure Fousey deleted the videos off his channel. But you know YouTube, I'm pretty sure it's still on. And I'm not even gonna get into the whole beef and why they beefed. But there's just something that Fousey was doing or he did in that beef that really told me, yeah, he might have lost the plot. Long story short, they're beefing with each other, they're throwing a bunch of accusations, but that's not the problem. The problem is Fousey came out with the video. Well, his intentions of the video was exposing Vitaly for being a sexual abuser. But the problem, right? The problem with that video is, number one, he admits that, well, nothing was confirmed, so maybe it didn't happen. But he basically says that Vitaly sexually abused somebody, and then Fousey deleted the footage to look out for him. But that's not even the crux of it. You know, maybe you can make an argument, you know, cool. That's not the crux of it. But as he's explaining what's happening, you know, with the essay, with the girl, and etc., with Vitaly, because they're in the same, I think, hotel room, and Fousey was in the other room hearing, like, what was happening. He's using, like, dramatic music as he's explaining an essay. And I just remember I was super young. Maybe I'm in high school at the time, or middle school, and I just remember, even as a kid, watching that video being like, wait a minute, like, what is this? I know I'm a kid, but there's something wrong about it. Let me give you guys an example if you guys haven't watched it. It's like, he was literally in the video like, so I was in the other room, and when I was in the other room, I heard a noise. But it wasn't a noise, it was a scream. It wasn't just a scream, it was a scream of her trying to get away from Vitaly, because he was trying to take advantage of her. So then, I was like, wait, he's my friend, but is he really my friend if he's doing that? What should I do? In the moment, it's like, dude, why are you doing that? Like, you can explain the story, but all that dramatic music is not helping. It's making it seem like something very terrible happened, and you're obviously profiting from it, and you're making it like entertaining, which is weird if what you said actually happened. And yes, being young, I'm not gonna lie, I watched every single one of those videos, even if I knew it was wrong. I watched everything. But after that beef arc was done, the Brazil arc, I stopped watching Fousey again. And now, I don't know, maybe 5 months or 6 months went by, but then something good started happening. I'm pretty sure he started posting from his normal channel again, but then he made a second channel, and it was a trend. A lot of people used to do it. It was a family channel. I wasn't consistently watching Fousey even when I started watching him again, but it really put a smile on my face that, yes, he did some BS, whatever, but now he's back to posting normally, but he also has a family channel. He's grinding, he's doing well. Like, I'm just happy for the guy. I'm casually watching and etc. But then, obviously, with Fousey, all good things must come to an end. I'm pretty sure that he started complaining because there wasn't as many views in the family channel, and people didn't want to see that shit and etc. So then I'm pretty sure he went back to his normal channel, trying to do the normal videos. And, yeah, this is, from this point on, is really when things just start getting off the rails. And during this timeline, I'm pretty sure he attended some YouTube event or something where he just went on an ego spiel, how he's the GOAT, how he doesn't get invited to things as much, whatever, he's a pioneer, blah, 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 blah. And yes, like, he's right in that, right? Like, I feel like he is a YouTube pioneer, but whenever you start saying you're a pioneer instead of other people saying it, you know you're about to crash and burn, and I saw it coming, and I kind of stopped watching Fousey again from that point forward. After that, I officially stopped watching Fousey, but then the boxing craze took YouTube by storm, and I'm not gonna lie, I like sometimes watching boxing, so whenever there was YouTubers I knew, I always paid attention to whatever the plot was. Whatever the storyline was, I was locked in. And if you guys don't know, he fought, I'm pretty sure that guy's name is Slim. Fouseytube fought Slim, and I'm not even gonna put the images out there because I'll probably get demonetized. Long story short, he got his ass handed to him, and he got his ass handed to him so bad that he literally had to have surgery on his nose. But to me, that's not really a big deal. You did the YouTube thing, you got your ass beat. That shouldn't really make people not watch you. You just lost the fight. Mind you, I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the worst performances in boxing I've ever seen, period. But whatever. You try to fight, you didn't win, cool, whatever. After that, I genuinely might also again be mixing when these things happen, but July 15th. July 15th is when everything genuinely changed. Like, it changed for Fousey forever. He couldn't go back after this day. And honestly, I will say, he wrote me back in for July 15th. Every promise he made, I genuinely thought that he was telling the truth. It's not that I thought that he was telling the truth because he's a stand-up guy, and it's that all the claims he was making were so drastic, it was so nuts that I was looking at it from the perspective of, dude, no one would literally make YouTube career suicide, basically, because if what you're saying is not true, then people are just not going to watch you anymore because you're a liar. So I just thought he was telling the truth, because why would you make this whole event? For the people that don't know what July 15th is, basically, Fousey went away and then he came back, but then when he came back, it was a whole different Fousey. Like, he had way more energy, like, he was way more erratic and sporadic. And when Fousey came back, he couldn't just come back and make videos. He was coming back, he's saying he had this thing planned, he had that thing planned, he had a book coming, he had a music video coming, he had Drake coming, he had J. Cole coming. It was like, damn, like, what a return. Like, I was like, wait a minute, like, for example, and I quote, he said he had a book coming, right? And when he put out that book, he said he would put everything in his bank account and etc. on his soul, he swears on his life, that Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah, all these talk show people, he will show up. He's gonna get invited in those shows after July 15th. After July 15th, he was gonna revolutionize music in terms of YouTube.
Rice ain't got no spirit, got no deeper layer. Yeah. One ghostwriter, one ghost Fortnite player.
After July 15th, he was gonna revolutionize event planning because Drake was coming, J. Cole was coming. He was gonna change the whole game. And guys, it's not like he just made these promises and etc. There was an event. There was a whole event that was happening. It was happening. So I was looking at it from the standpoint of, nobody would literally just do that and just lie. So I tuned in. I watched it. Not only did I watch it, I was watching it with one of my boys. And, yeah, it didn't really go as planned. The first 10 minutes of when I started watching, I knew it kind of hit me that Fousey was lying. Because, number one, Fousey wasn't even there. It's like, dude, the whole YouTube community, all your ops, everyone that wants you to fail is watching this event. And they want you to fail while watching this event. The fact that you're not serious enough to be in an event of that magnitude from the jump, you're gonna show up late or whatever, that just told me he was lying. That told me yo, this is about to be the craziest live stream maybe ever. He had a bunch of people on stage performing that nobody knew. It was like, okay, cool, whatever. But when are you gonna show up? Then there's leaks that Fousey's in the limo, he's on his way, and etc., right? Cool. But then all of a sudden there's a bomb threat, and then after the bomb threat, the event has to get canceled due to the bomb threat. Fousey still shows up to the event. He's wearing the infamous tank top.
Burning in the summer while I'm bundled up in the winter.
Standing in front of a car, and then he has his whole rant. He has his own personal vendettas against Keemstar or whatever. And after that, he shows up on No Jumper.
Bella Hadid DM me back with an XO.
You guys should know what that is. That was genuinely funny. Out of everything, that was funny. Even if Fousey wasn't at his greatest, I was genuinely laughing at that. That was funny. But anyways, after that, I officially stopped watching. I was done with Fousey. I am done with Fousey. I am no longer, I don't care if this guy's doing a charity event, breast cancer, I don't care what it is. I'm not watching Fousey after this. I'm done.
20 minutes later.
So I thought. Mind you, July 15th was like in 2018, 2019. So I'm no longer watching Fousey. Sometimes my boy tells yo, Fousey's doing this. Is that okay, cool, whatever, but I didn't really care. But then I think it was it last year, 2023, 2022, he gets on Kick. And I'm not gonna lie, I have this one friend. He watches Fousey, but he watches Fousey for all the right reasons, right? And like apparently Fousey was doing like some subathon for like 30 days or maybe more than 30 days. And like he was going to YouTubers' houses and etc. And it was like it was good content. And my friend was like consistently watching Fousey. And they kept telling me like every time we talked, yo, Fousey this, Fousey that. Because obviously everybody knows that, you know, I was a Fousey guy. Like I love Fousey. So as he was telling me that, I was like, should I get roped back in? Should I get roped back in? But it's like a subathon, whatever, you need consistency. You need to do it for days. And if I keep hearing Fousey's doing good things, cool. So I got roped in for the last time. For the last time. This time is generally the last time where I got roped in. And I don't think I have to explain what he was doing, because this is what really pissed me off. It's like the minute I started, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give Fousey a chance again. I'm gonna start watching Fousey. The minute I decided to, because I was fighting him for like weeks, I was fighting him. But the minute I started doing that was when Fousey just lost grip on reality. I couldn't even get one good live stream, one wholesome live. No. The minute I started watching him, he was on bullshit. Even with him being on bullshit, it was like, Fousey's about to get this big deal and etc. whatever. I kind of did a bit of copium, like, hey, Fousey's just playing the game. He's watching these younger streamers do some dumb stuff, whatever. He's just participating in it. He's trying to get his deal, because obviously, if you watch Fousey, you know every 5 seconds he mentions the fact how he's broke, whatever. So it's like, I just was doing a bit of copium, like, you know, Fousey's playing the game. Like, Fousey, it's okay. After he gets that deal, like, you know, the G7, yo, 100 million G7. After he gets that, then he's gonna completely switch up, and that's just how I like to look at the positives. You know, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, and that's just the impression I was getting from Fousey. The finale of that whole G7 Kick arc, part 1 of that arc, was he was in a hotel room screaming, calling the cops, saying somebody's gonna kill him. Then the cops came. Then he starts saying how he's the chosen one, whatever. He starts talking about his penis. Like, it's just weird. Like,
I'm changing the world. I have more eyes on me than the president has on this country. The kids are listening to me. Andrew Tate invited me to Romania. I'm a chosen messenger.
I don't know. After that, apparently he got sent to a psych ward, and then he was gone for a whole year, 7 months he's gone. But the whole reason of this video is I'm no longer watching Fousey, but I keep getting clips from Fousey. Now his team is tweeting that they can't find him, and then he's going on live stream in a room with a bunch of newspapers like he's in a movie, and then he's threatening to, you know, take his own life, and then he's making rap songs, he's saying the N-word. It's like what is this? Like what? Like Fousey, man, like come on, bro. Like, plus now he's leaking messages with his mom, with his dad. Like, come on, like, what are we doing now? Like, Fousey. There's one thing that really, after this, yes, I do see a bunch of clips of Fousey on Twitter and etc., but I will never fully take Fousey seriously again. If you guys don't know, I think it was last year, he was in an airport, then he met this girl, then the girl said she got, like, trafficked, whatever, and then she's recovering, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, Fousey's gaming it, and then, you know, he disappears from his live stream, and then he comes back, he says he's in the, technically not, but he's in the Mile High Club now. You guys know what that means. And then immediately his chat starts turning on him, and then he realized that he literally just took advantage of a girl that was vulnerable and said she got trafficked, and he tried to brag about it in the live stream when she was just in your live stream. So you're basically exposing not just your business, but her business online as well. And then he tried to say, oh no, I'm lying. And I think a week later, he got into it with Keemstar, trying to put it on Keemstar, because Keemstar's a reporter. But yeah, it's like, dog, you can't really help people like that. People that get it, people that do stuff to that extent and they still have no accountability. That's why it's like, now it's on Fousey. It's on him now to fire his team. It's on him now to break up with his girlfriend or his boyfriend. It's on him to do all of that. Like, it's not on anybody else. But hey, if my video helps, I will probably never make another video like this again about another YouTuber. But it's just like, Fousey, like, dude, you look like you got cloned. You look like you got cloned with like some evil spirit. Like, that's how Fousey, it's like, what is he doing now? I assume that we all start YouTube, you know, just to express ourselves. Maybe there's people in our life where we can't really talk or do these things with, or just maybe there's so much, you know, there's so many things that we have on our chest in terms of shows, in terms of movie, in terms of creativity, whatever, that YouTube is like our avenue where we could be expressive and express ourselves. And I saw Fousey, like, go through the steps of, hey, just some kid in college, he's just making prank videos just for fun, but then people actually like it, so now he's getting subscribers, blah, blah, blah. But then it's just like, I literally saw a man change in front of me into the worst. I've never seen a YouTuber be this money hungry, be this self-absorbed, be this, like, I've never seen that. Personally, I've never seen it. I was watching when I was a kid. I was happy watching your videos. I saw you grind. I saw you move up in the YouTube ranks. And this is what you become? Years later, this is what you become? 10 years, like, this is it? You're supposed to be retired by now. You're supposed to have all the brand deals in the world because you were so marketable. It's like, who didn't want to work with Fousey? Who didn't watch Fousey back then? It's like, you're supposed to be retired. You're supposed to have your mom, your dad, your family. Everyone's good and you're good. But no, you let this weird YouTube attention, like, bro, people might be right. Attention might be the worst drug in the world. Because I've never seen any YouTuber in my life behave and have a downfall like Fousey. I've never seen that. If y'all have seen it, let me know. But the where Fousey was versus where Fousey is right now, I've never seen this. I didn't think it was possible. I just naively, as a kid, I just thought, hey, you're a YouTuber, blah, blah, you make videos. If it picks up, you get subscribers. If it gets even bigger, you get checks. Cool. If you get big enough, like maybe PewDiePie and all these other people, you can retire yourself eventually. You can retire your family. Obviously, when you get way, way older. But you just do it for the fun of it now. You have the money, whatever, but you just love YouTube. So you keep doing it for the fun of it. That's what I thought. But it's like, it got to the point where it seemed like you're only doing it for the attention and the money, and you lost the creativity because that's the only reason why you're doing it. And then you just do anything now. Fousey, please if you see this video, take this advice. Fire everybody. Everybody around you, fire them. I don't care who it is. Everybody has to get fired. Number 2, if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever you have, break up with them. I don't care who it is. I don't care, they love me. Just break up with them. They don't. Trust me, they don't. No, everybody around you right now, nobody cares about you. Just take my word for it. As somebody that's been watching you, I remember your old assistant, I remember everything. I've seen the progression. Fire everybody, break up with everybody, right? After this, I'm gonna need you to fly to your mama. Fly to your mom. I think your mom and your dad and your brother, whoever's in your family, fly to them, right? After that, I need you to go to the beach, right? When you're at the beach, take out your phone and whip it in the ocean. Turn around, go back to your mama's house, and just chill. That's it, just chill. For at least 6 months to a year. Hopefully you have a lot of money saved up. Just, take care of yourself, take care of them. Just chill, bro. Just chill. Like I said, don't talk to anybody from your past. Just chill. If anything, hit up that dude. I think his name was Ahmed. Hit him up. The guy that loved One Direction. Try to hit him up. Go apologize. Try to hit up everybody that was around you when you first kind of started and it was wholesome. Okay? Be around those people. Your mom, your dad, your brother, your friends back then. Just go around them, please. Just do that for 6 months to a year. After that, whatever you decide to do, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with that. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to comment down below. What advice would you guys give to Fousey if you guys were talking to Fousey? Do you guys agree with my advice? Disagree? Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys currently watching him as he's crashing and burning? Please, if you guys are, please stop watching him, because the more viewers he sees, the more it gives him energy to keep crashing out more and more. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.